That was an awesome video on how to make friends. Such wonderful ideas. The next thing you're going to do is you are going to create a brainstorming sheet on how to make friends based on your ideas about what you just heard. So you are going to think of so many ways, and somebody is going to write them down for you to add to your name and friendship folder. So I'm wondering, how do we make friends? What did we hear? You're going to raise your hand and participate, or tell somebody at home, and you're going to make a big compilation. That means a big group of ideas on the piece of paper. But we're going to label it how to make friends. All right. So make sure that you think of at least 1, 2, 3, 4 things you can do and write them down, and then add them to your folder or put them up in your classroom or in your office or in your workspace so you can continue to add some ideas. So that's what we're going to do with our literacy lesson today. We're also going to read another story, and it is called Stick and Stone. So watch the next story, and then we'll have a chit chat about what to do next. Well, that story was amazing about Stick and Stone. So here's what you're going to do after you read the story. You're going to get dressed, and you're going to go out and you're going to find your own stick and stone. Miss Hake went outside. Look what I found. Look at my cute stone. And then I found him a friend, Stick. And then you're going to bring your stick and stone back to your workstation, and you are going to make them faces and maybe give them a name so they can be friends. So before we do that, let's have a discussion. What do we notice about the book? Just because a stone and a stick are different doesn't mean that they can't be friends. They became great friends. Do you and your friends have to look the same? You might want to pause and have a conversation about that. Do you and your friends have to be the same height? Do you and your friends have to be the same hair color? Do you have to be the same age? Do you and your friends have to be humans? Because I have a pet rabbit and I'm friends with him. And I have a pet dog and I'm friends with him. So what does friendship really mean? Have a discussion about that. And then go out, get your stick and your stone, and you're going to make them friends. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to start making my stick and stone with some friends. So here's my stone and here's my stick. I liked my stone because he looks like like he could walk. So I'm going to get my Sharpies, and I'm going to create a nice happy face on my stone. I'm going to make him be smiling. Oh my goodness. And I'm going to give him some blue eyes. And I'm going to give him, I think, a green t-shirt. You could do whatever you want with your stone. There he is. And maybe a little tuft of hair. I think Stone might want some orange hair. There you go, Stone. What do you think? How's my stone looking? And then I have Stick here. Now Stick is also going to have a nice smile, but I'm going to make him orange. There we go. Hi, Stick. And I think Stick is going to have little red eyes and a nose. And it looks like he has a little arm and he's waving. So I'm going to make him a little bit purple. And you can use Sharpies, or you can use markers, or you could use paint. You could use whatever you want. And then you could create your stick and your stone from the story. And then maybe you can put it somewhere special to remind you that just because some people are different than you, or just because they're totally different than you, doesn't mean that they can't be your friend and you can be a good friend to them. I think I'll keep this close by, maybe up there, to remind me to always be a good friend and to be patient and kind. Have fun creating your sticks and stones. See you next time.